Decide to post up the much shorter Charlie Ward, who's guarding Hardaway, but they're sticking in their traditional type offense with Hardaway outside so far.
Ward again on the penetration, and a hand check called on Hardaway. That's going to be the second team foul against the Magic, and first against Hardaway. Knicks will inbound. Jeff Van Gundy has said the goals are less than 15 turnovers and shoot over 45%. And that was accomplished in the first game against Charlotte since the All-Star break.
Those numbers say good things happen when the Knicks adhere to that formula.
Houston, three-pointer in and out. Nick Anderson for the rebound. Knicks lead by one, 12-11. Anderson going coast to coast. A little out of control. Oakley saves it to Ward.
Twice this offense of Orlando came down and did that. Last time was Hardaway.
And Houston this time gets the bounce, and the Knicks back up by 3. Allen Houston with 4 points. We've seen the Knicks, John, when the fast break opportunities are there, they've become a pretty good fast break team. Ward with the steal on Hardaway. Johnson against Outten. Larry Johnson knocks it down, and the Knicks lead by 5.
Larry Johnson looks at his man, threatens the drive. The guy goes back on his heels a trifle, and then he has that jump shot. And when he's making them, he's very difficult to deal with.
Knicks with 8 straight points. They're shooting 61% from the field. Nice give and go. Cycling off to Outlaw and one. Full Outlaw draws the foul, and he'll have a chance for a three-point play.
Oh, nice play inside. Nice look from Cycli passing that ball, and then Outlaw finishing it. Outlaw comes off a strong game against Minnesota in that win on Wednesday night. 14 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists. Nice numbers.
Outlaw, who is a horrible free throw shooter, hits that one beautifully. Only 56% from the line, but completes the three-point play. There's the shooting to start. Knicks lead by 2. 3:45 remaining in the first. For the next 5 games for the Knicks on the road, a place they've struggled recently. Houston misfires, Cycli the rebound. Outlaw makes the move. Hardaway, that's a 3. Cycli pushing off Buck Williams to get the rebound. Cannot connect, and Larry Johnson grabs the board. Now Johnson has Nick Anderson with him on the switch, but Bo Outlaw defends it perfectly.
Soft pass by Allen Houston.
He telegraphed the entry pass. Knicks turn it over for the 3rd time. Magic turn it over for the 4th time. Chris Childs in the game. Knicks with a 3-on-2. Nice feed to Larry Johnson. Cannot make the layup. Outlaw made him adjust it a little bit, just enough to miss.
A lot of balance here so far by both teams. 10 players have played. We only have 30 points on the board.
Cycli. Grant with a long-range shot. Horace Grant. His second field goal. Game tied at 16.
That's why Horace has been one of the best power forwards in the NBA for years, because he can do a little bit of everything, like make long jump shots.
On the Magic bench, had a meeting with General Manager John Gabriel, and Gabriel couldn't get him any guarantees that he wasn't going to trade him again. So it could still happen, and Hardaway was asked if he's anxiously waiting for that February 19 trading deadline to come and go.
I'm really just, based on my last few days on just thinking that I'm going to get traded. I have to continue to play like I'm going to be here. And until anything happens, I just have to continue to play hard. It's tough because I've been here for 5 years, and I'm not knocking the Nets, but I don't really want to play there. And I want to stay here, and if it happened, then I would have to go there and then just start all over again. But I really can't see myself in that environment right now.
Once again, John, normally you think the players complain about far too many things. This is one time that I feel for them in their sensitivities on something like this. The trading rumors can really affect the player.
Well, I don't know, Mike, how many players, of that category. Oh, beautiful drive by Allen Houston. have been affected after the trade's been made. I mean, they kind of know the nature of sports is what it is, you know, and God knows they're making so much money. They can live in a big house in any part of this country.
No, absolutely. But it's just something that everyday people don't have to deal with, knowing that at any time.
Particularly if you have young children who perhaps might even be in school. That's I think the roughest part. The kids are in school.
Charles Oakley committing a foul and then coming close to a technical as he knocks into Mark Price, who just checked in. Oakley helping out on defense. How do you argue that? John Starks will come in for the first time. Actually did not make it in time. So he'll come in at the next whistle.
The last game here, Charles Oakley got in foul trouble early. Only played 18 minutes in that win for the Knicks. He was very quiet, and 5 personal fouls kept him on the bench because of that. Only had a field goal in the game, so the Knicks naturally are hoping Charles doesn't get into that kind of trouble again.
And how about that? Mark Price missing a free throw. He goes 1 of 2. All-time leader in career free throw percentage, Mark Price. Knicks lead it by 1. Oakley, beautiful fake. Mills on the short baseline shot.
Well, remember the game in New York? The Saturday after the game here in Orlando, Mills broke loose with a tremendous game. 20-point game against his team. That's when the advertisement that Chris Mills can be tough, physically tough, came out. He was playing like a power forward in that game.
Cycli not taking no for an answer. The second effort. And Ronnie Cycli now with 5 points, 5 rebounds. Knicks lead by 1. Starks finds Oakley. Again, Oakley on a little fake. Poor pass, but it gets deflected right back. Shot clock at 8. Mills with a hand at his face. Oakley knocks it away, but Hardaway gets it back. Price, the dish. Bo Outlaw draws the foul, and he'll shoot 2. Chris Childs will pick up his first with 50.2 seconds remaining. Outlaw will go to the line.
Outlaw shooting 2.
Outlaw, who comes into the season a career 49% free throw shooter. So he's actually much better this year. As I mentioned, he's at 56%. And now he's 2 for 2 tonight. Little difference between his teammate and Outlaw.
Right. However, field goal percentage-wise, he's the best on the team.
And he is a great story. His 5th year out of Houston. Not drafted, originally signed as a free agent. Spent 4 years with the LA Clippers, goes 1 of 2 this time. Game tied at 20, final minute, first quarter. Buck Williams against Cycli. Little jump hook, short, Grant the rebound. Price pushing it up the floor.
Can't get around the corner, though. Charles is right with him, and Starks helping out.
Childs right with him again. And a 3-second violation called against the Magic. Jeff Van Gundy quickly signaling for Allen Houston to come in. Knicks, of course, like that final play with the shot clock winding down where Houston takes it 1-on-1. So Buck Williams will sit down for the final 20 seconds of the first period. Nick Anderson will come in. Cycli sits down. Anderson, no doubt, sent out to defend Houston on the play. Shot clock is turned off. Tie game here in the first.
Allen Houston has just the right amount of time now to do what he wants to do.
This time quickly passes off to Starks. Starks on a penetration, and he draws the foul. John Starks will shoot a couple. Bo Outlaw called for the foul. Whistle was a little bit late, but Starks will go to the line and shoot 2. That was, I think, the objection, but Outlaw did not seem to be too bothered by the call. There was some contact.
John Starks was such an emotional part of the Knick victory last time here as he goes to the foul line for the first time for the Knicks. And, of course, he comes off to that excellent game on Tuesday night against Charlotte. But at halftime, last time the Knicks were trailing here in Orlando, they didn't look strong, and they came out with a big burst, and John Starks had a lot to do with it. And look at what he did Tuesday along with Allen